Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you all are having a fabulous holiday season. Today is the day after Christmas that I'm filming this video, so I thought it would be really fun to show you all the books and book related items that I received as gifts throughout this entire holiday season from family and friends. I do just want to preface this video by saying that I am so grateful from the bottom of my heart for each and every item that I have received, and this video in no way is meant to come from a bad place, like have bad intentions or to feel like I'm showing off or anything like that. I just am genuinely so excited about these books and different items that I have received, and I would love to share them with you all here in my community. Okay, so with that said, I am going to alternate between a book that I received and then a book related items. The first book that I am going to show you all is this one, Divine Rivals. This is by Rebecca Ross. This book kind of took the world by storm. It was probably just about as popular as Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. However, I have not read this one yet. I honestly don't know much about this book other than it is a fantasy, and the inside says, when two young rival journalists find love through a magical connection, they must face the depths of hell in a war between gods to seal their fate forever. I find that really interesting because, fun fact about me, I actually got my degree in college in journalism. So I think I'll really enjoy this one. It says, after centuries of sleep, the gods are warring again, but 18-year-old Iris Winnow just wants to hold her family together. Her mother is suffering from addiction and her brother is missing from the front lines. Her best bet is to win the columnist promotion at the Oath Gazette. To combat her worries, Iris writes letters to her brother and slips them beneath her wardrobe door, where they vanish into the hands of Roman Kit, her cold and handsome rival at the paper. When he anonymously writes Iris back, the two of them forge a connection that will follow Iris all the way to the front lines of battle. Divine Rivals is an epic enemies to lovers fantasy novel filled with hope and heartbreak and the unparalleled power of love. That sounds incredible. Enemies to lovers is my favorite trope in fantasy. This was a great gift and I'm really excited to get to it. Eric gave me this beautiful Stanley Cup. It is Sarah J. Maas themed. I am obsessed with it. It is so beautiful. It has all of the symbols from the Sarah J. Maas books in it. There's the stag from Throne of Glass, there's the mountains from Valaris, and the flame I'm guessing is from Throne of Glass as well. The moon is from Crescent City, although I have not read Crescent City yet, but I'm going to read those books in January. And then down here it also says Fireheart, Cursebreaker, and Starborn. I have been wanting a Stanley Cup so bad, and so I love this one. It is so beautiful and custom, and I'm just very grateful for it. Okay, the next book that I'm gonna show you guys that I was gifted is this one called Powerless by Lauren Roberts. And now I do have a book club on the Fable app. I will put a link to it in the video description box below. And I did post a poll on my book club to vote for the book that we will be reading in January. And as of right now, this one is in the lead. So I have a feeling this is the book that we will be reading come early January. Okay, so this book, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I know it is a fantasy book that is kind of similar to The Hunger Games. That's what I've heard. The front of the book says hunted, hunter, destined for each other. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of, I'm so bad at pronouncing things in fantasy because they're really hard to pronounce. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Ilia? Maybe. The exceptional, the elites. The elites have possessed powers for decades gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilia and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray, an ordinary posing as a sidekick to blend in with the elites. But when she unwittingly saves one of Ilia's princes, Kai Azur, she's thrown into the Purging Trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elites' powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers what Peyton is, completely ordinary. Ooh, that sounds so good. Another book-related item that I received are these socks. This one says, shh, and then this one says, I'm reading. I think these are so cute and they're fuzzy, and I feel like you just can't go wrong when you gift someone fuzzy socks for any type of holiday, birthday, whatever. Okay, I'm also gonna show you guys this beautiful cup that my mom gave me for Christmas. It says just one more chapter on it. I can't wait to use this for iced coffee. It's glass and it has like the glass straw in it. I'm gonna show these next two books together because they are a duet, and that is this first one, Where Time Stands Still, and this one, Where We Belong. So this one is book one and this one is book two. These are wintry, I think Christmas themed romances. These, I can tell you, I think are gonna be tearjerkers. So this one, Where Time Stands Still, it says 26-year-old Ren Lawson knows she will soon forget who she is. With early familial Alzheimer's disease written in her genes, it's a fact that she's wrapped her whole life around. around. To indulge in friends or romance is a risk for everyone around her, one she's not keen on taking. Throwing herself into her work as a lawyer is the only thing she can do. Aaron Scott Perez was happy with his quiet life in Boston, but when a doctor's mistake leaves his father unable to run his Christmas tree farm, Aaron has no choice but to move back to the small Vermont town he used to call home. He never saw himself managing the business, but since it is so dear to his father, Aaron has given up everything to do it. To get his father the justice he deserves, he hires none other than Wren. She's emotionally blunted and secretive, but her kindness and competency provide something his family hasn't felt for a long time: hope. So much so that Aaron starts to think the life he didn't want might not sound so bad when she's around. Yet Wren cannot let him in, too haunted by her future. As the two get closer and the lines become blurred, Wren and Aaron find themselves at a crossroads, but their attraction is unyielding, and together they must decide what risks are worth taking and if love is better to lose than to never have at all. This is book 2. Now, it's not the same characters, but I believe it's set in the same town, and I think this one is so cool because one of the main characters is a gymnast, and I have never read a book where the main character is a gymnast. If you didn't know, I was a gymnast for 17 years, so I'm just so excited to get to this one. So the back says, Lexi Tuffin has one goal in life: making it to the Olympics as a gymnast for Team USA. Her dream was almost crushed when she injured herself last year and lost everything: her coach, her gym, and her future. Now she's starting from scratch. The only gym that will have her is in nowhere, Vermont, but she's determined to make a comeback. Nothing and no one is going to shake her focus, except apparently Finn Olsen. Finn has spent his adult life traveling the world, never wanting to settle in one place until last year, when he came back to his dull hometown to manage his friend's Christmas tree farm. And while he's slowly fallen in love with the job, he can't shake the wild reputation he earned for himself so many years ago. The town sees him as a liability, and maybe that's how he sees himself. It's definitely how Lexi sees him. After a catastrophic introduction, Lexi wants nothing to do with Finn. The fact that she rents a cabin on his farm makes their interactions unavoidable, to Lexi's great despair. However, the more they bump into each other, the clearer it becomes that the snarky flannel-wearing man might not be so bad after all. In fact, he might be the first person to ever really see her. Her mind should only be on her training. He doesn't want to fall for anybody, but neither of them seems able to stop feelings from developing, and the further they go from their own expectations, the more they risk finding what they've been looking for all along: somewhere to belong. These next two items that I received are similar, but kind of different, but I thought I could show them together. And this one is a book embosser, and then this one is a book stamp. So what the book embosser does is it presses into the page of the book and it leaves an imprint. And then this one is a book stamp, which is very similar, but instead of it pressing into the page and leaving those like raised edges and stuff like that, it's just a stamp. And I think both are really pretty and really unique. So I think what I'm gonna do is either in the beginning or the end of the book, I'm gonna use one and then I'm going to use the other. So for example, in the beginning of a book, when I start it, I might use this, and then when I get towards the end of the book, or when I finish the book, I'll get to use this one. So I just think that's really cool. The next book I received is this gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, collector's edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses. If you guys know me, you know that that whole fantasy series is one of my absolute favorites of all time, and I don't know, I didn't even have like a print version of this book, so then to be gifted the collector's edition is just so beautiful and special, and I already have the perfect place that I'm going to put it on my bookshelf to display it. So the front just says Sarah J. Maas, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then it has the rose right there. And then on the side, it does say A Court of Thorns and Roses, and then collector's edition, and the back it has the thorns and the rose. And then if you pull the book out of the casing, it is just so unique and so pretty. So this is the front, and that is Feyre, and then the side is obviously the same, and then the back we have the wolf right here. And I can't tell you the meaning of the wolf without giving away a major spoiler of the book, but I just think it is so beautiful and such a special gift. One of my favorite things this year has actually been to buy bookish merch, so t-shirts and sweaters and stuff like that. So my sister gifted me this t-shirt that says Aelin Glanthinius on it, and then Fireheart, and then at the bottom of the shirt it shows different sayings from the book as if it's like a concert and music titles. And I just think this shirt is so cool because it's very subtle. Like, you you can wear this shirt and not know that it was from a book, but if you've read the book, then you get it. So I am very excited about this, and definitely makes me want to buy more bookish merch for myself. Speaking of fantasy, since I just talked about ACOTAR and Throne of Glass, I did receive some really cool bookish items from my mom about Iron Flame and Fourth Wing, and the first would be these little stickers. I think they are so cute. So this one says Basgiath War College on it. That is the college they go to learn how to ride dragons in Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. And then I also just love this sticker as well. The dragons are so cool. And this sticker is actually a quote from Xaden. It says, "There's nowhere in existence you could go that I wouldn't find you, Violence." And swoon worthy, just so good. And then also related to Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, my mom got me this awesome dragon keychain. So I've been trying to decide exactly where I want to put this, but honestly, I want to see it every day. So I think I'm just gonna put it with my keys. But I particularly really love this keychain because the dragon is blue, and blue is my favorite color. I received 2 more books, so let me show them to you guys. This one is called The War in the Dark, and I had actually never heard of this author. And then when I researched him, it looks like this is his debut novel, so I think that is really cool. And this book says at the top, it says James Bond meets Indiana Jones, a rip-roaring adventure. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very high stakes fantasy, adventure, sci-fi type of book. The synopsis on the back of the book says, when the assassination of a traitor trading with the enemy goes terribly wrong, a British intelligence agent, Christopher Winter, must flee London. An intense alliance with a lethal, mysterious woman named Karina Lazarova. He's caught in a quest for hidden knowledge from centuries before. A secret written in the language of fire. Ooh, that sounds really interesting. A secret that will give supremacy to the nation that possesses it. Okay, and then the last book I received is this one. It is called A Year of Positive Thinking. And what I think is so cool about this book is it is exactly what it says, is it's a year of positive thoughts and thinking and different sayings. And so like this right here says January, and then when you go, it has like January 1st, January 2nd. So every day you can open this book and you can receive a little bit of positivity in your life. And I just absolutely love that because I really, really strive to be a positive person. And I think just having little books like this are really good for opening your perspective and just shifting your mindset to a more positive one. All right, the finale. The last 2 items that I received for Christmas are these gorgeous journals. I like how both of these journals too have shiny painted edges on the side. I just think that makes them so unique and pretty, and I honestly have been really needing some journals because I very much want to get into journaling about the books that I read next year, starting a book journal, and I just think having these is the perfect way to do that. And I don't know which one I want to start using first because honestly, I just love them both. I think they're beautiful. All right, you guys, so that is going to wrap it up for my Christmas gift haul. Let me know in the comment section below any books or bookish items that you received for Christmas. I would love to hear all about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because I'd love to see you again in future videos. I'm so excited to be back here on Julia Jean, like I mentioned in my last video, making content. So super grateful to have you all here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.